Okay, hey, hi guys, my name is Andrew Kim, and I will do a very quick demo of how to use the lighting services. So I'm going to show the screen, and I'm going to show you how to use the lights effectively. Can't share the screen, so I'm going to share the window. I'm going to share this window. So if this is your first time, no problem. Go to Toonit.com. So first you have to register. You have to log in. And there's Create Now. If you click it, that will lead you to the dashboard. The dashboard will probably shows you all the information about you, about your work, about the amount of tunes that you have, and about the avatar, and which I will talk about in detail later on. So if it's your first time, what you can do is you can start Toonit, and this will pop up that's the menu, which will give you three different options: Toonit Construct, Toonit Architect, Toonit Matrix. Toonit Construct is the one that where you want to build the actual webcomic or something related to it. And Toonit Architect is basically whenever you want to unload your own 3D assets, you can use the Toonit Architect. And Toonit Matrix is where you can build your own custom backgrounds or assets. So we're going to go ahead and Toonit Construct. I'm not going to do a whole new Toonit Construct because I have a lot of the projects are going on. So I'm going to just click one of that. So to show you some of the lighting, basically what you have on the left hand side is a bunch of the 3D assets you can play around with. There's scenes which are already made, pre-made backgrounds. Either some of the large backgrounds or some of the small backgrounds, such as the interior, small houses. It could be as big as some certain couple of blocks. So you can choose them, you can play them around. And the terrain, basically, if you want to start off fresh, if you want to create your own the backgrounds and stuff like that, you can definitely start from your terrain. Maybe you want to input some of the buildings on top of your terrain and put some cars and the props objects. So maybe a lot of times you don't know what to do and how to start. So the easy way of just starting is that just pick some of the pre-made backgrounds. So I'm going to choose some of the backgrounds like, okay, so this is one of the isometric the interior cubes that you can play around with. So I'm going to do is that I'm going to just click this. I'm going to bring it in. It'll take you a couple of seconds. Okay, beautiful. Okay, there's a little isometric the backgrounds that you can play around with. So basically, when you're shooting a little scene inside a cafe or whatever, this is a perfect place you can start with. So as you can see, you can place your characters inside the inside this isometric, and you can do whatever you want. So today's topic is the lighting. So I'm going to only talk about the lights. I'm not going to be distracted. So if you come to the right hand side, there's the right hand what do we call it? The right hand the console. Yeah, let's call it console. I don't have time. So when you click the environment and assets, basically assets show you you can keep track of all the 3D assets you're playing with, and environment is the place where you can actually add some of the additional lights, or you can add some snow, rain, and fog, and you can adjust some of the camera angle. FOV is basically the field of view and the sharpen the edges and the perspective, the camera perspective. So some of these pre-made backgrounds, if you click this light bulb, it will show you some of the pre-saved lighting settings, basically. So you can see there's day, sunset, and nighttime. So if you're making your own custom backgrounds, basically you can add up to 3 different lighting settings. So right now it's about daytime, so I can change that into a sunset lighting mode. So it seems like, there's a couple of lights. So what happens that every time you save lighting settings on the right hand panel, you can see all the lights added. Okay, there's a bunch of lights. Now I will explain what these lights are. So if you click drop down button, basically there's 3 different lights you can play around with. You cannot play with the hemispheric lights because it's more like omni lights. You can actually add the point light, spotlight, direction light. So this light is a sort of default light, lighting entire environment. This is spotlight. So basically, it has the lighting angle. So you can, if you want to point the lights to a specific area, this is the one that you should want to play around with. Directional light is more like omni lights, but it also has the direction to it, so you can actually change the lights. Omni light doesn't have any directions. This one, basically, it just illuminates the meshes, entire spaces. But directional light has specific directions, so it's like omni light, but it has a very strong directions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna change it into night mode. Okay. So this is some of the night settings that I saved a long time ago. So if you can, as you can see, I have 4 different lighting. So every time I click, these are pre-saved light buttons. The lights that I've added for that a specific light settings keep changing. Now we have 4 different lights. I believe we have 5 different lights for the sunset. Now we have maybe 1 less, different angle, different color, probably. Where's the spotlight? Oh, there's spotlight illuminating some of the backgrounds. So what I'm going to do is that, okay, you know what? For my scene, I'm going to bring in some of the characters. I need some dramatic effect. So I'm going to bring this guy in. Okay, perfect. So, okay, I brought this guy in. Okay, so he's standing, maybe waiting for his girlfriend or something. So I need some more dramatic, more spotlighting on top of him, maybe. And so what I do is that I bring the point light, spotlight, basically spotlight. I'm going to add them on top of him. I can do that. So I can maybe change that. I can change the intensity. I can change the angle, how wide. I can be really focused. And also, of course, wait, the lighting go. I'm sorry. How foolish of me. Okay, so I can change the color of the light, or I can make it more dramatic with pink. So that's how you can do. So spotlight is basically spotlight, all right? It's like, basically there's point of the source, and the lighting actually comes down as a cone shape, basically. If you want to add the point light is more of a spheric light. It doesn't have a specific directions. So thinking of you're carrying a candle light. So but much smaller, much more focused. So I'm going to add the candle light. I'm going to add button. Probably I'm going to add it to this lighting here. Okay. So what it does is that the lights basically spread around from that source. So you can see that the lighting is changing. So I'm going to just click this, and I can change the color as well. So the current light pink is that, but I can definitely change it into different color, maybe green. Okay. And I can definitely change that position to maybe this one here, or maybe here, or maybe here. So you can change the lights. You can change the mood. All right. Okay. So this one light just lights up, and he look at this light. Oh, this light. Maybe ghost comes in and electrifies some of the. I don't know. Okay, so that's point light and spotlight. And lastly, I want to add some directional lights. So as I said, directional light is like omni lights. So it's basically hitting entire meshes, but at an angle. So basically, it's yeah. I'm gonna add them. So yeah, I just add one huge. So there's directional light hitting from the sky to the bottom, which means if you look at the back of the mesh, it doesn't get affected by the directional lights. But if I turn this around, I'm going to turn this like, if there's a little arrow, you can see. If I say I'm going to turn this up like this. So the upper mesh is less affected, but you can see now it's getting affected. Okay. Oh, that was fun. Sorry. So that's pretty much lights, directional, point light. Okay, I think that's perfect. Right. So that's it. If you have any question, you can always leave some comments. You can send emails to the okay. Stop recording. How do I stop recording this? Interesting.